But first, we got to say hi to the world traveler, Mr. Robert Kelly.
Yes.
Bobby filled in for Jimmy on Friday.
Yes.
And we learned that you were going to Guatemala.
Yes.
To do some relic hunting.
Yes.
For the weekend.
For the weekend.
Jimmy was all over you yesterday. Like, why would you do this?
He's absolutely right.
I gave you a beating yesterday.
Oh, you should have. I wish you gave it to me on Friday.
Did you bring your wife?
Are you out of your mind? It's a third
why
world
would
country. Are you
why
out
would
of
you
your
do that?
That's where you met her?
Dude, I was
Guatemala.
That's right,
Okay,
met
that's
her.
good.
Just cracking my wife?
No, it's you.
Wow, what's that about?
Yeah, is that how you roll now?
Girl.
You a dude wife? Listen.
That's what I like about her.
You can't argue with that, homo.
Wow, that's all right. Keep coming.
So, all right, Bob. You decided. Why did you decide to go? I missed that.
You know, every time we used to go to Brazil
Yeah.
for relic hunting,
Yeah.
For another type of hunting.
That was a little different.
Yeah.
Trying to find one girl with self-esteem.
and they would try to find one guy with self-esteem. I don't know. I was just interested in, the favelas and all that stuff. We went one block. That's it. The favelas, the slums.
Oh, okay.
They call them the favelas, the Vergal, as Patrice would say, and then go into a tirade about it for 20 minutes. I just like that stuff, man. I went with this guy who like goes there and does all this, goes into the Mayan temples, the Apocalypto type stuff, and goes into these little villages, and he lived there for like 3 years. He, he's been through like, he's been pulled over and had, AKs put to his head and almost killed. And
So this sounds like something you wanted to do.
How enticing.
well, I did. I did. The guy I was going with, knew his way around there.
Who is he?
Even though he looks like Harry Potter. He's just a friend of mine. He's the guy who, from Comedy Central Records. He
was your tour guide?
He
was brought up there.
He lived there. His father was there trying to prevent the rainforests from being cut down, and he lived there. He went to high school there.
Oh, you succeed on that. Is that you talking about the little skinny white guy at Comedy Central? That guy?
Yeah, dude.
That's who you went through the jungles with?
Yeah,
with
dude.
that guy?
Yeah, dude. He really. At least I looked like nobody. All I had to say was no gracias. And nobody would mess with me because I look Guatemalan. Even though
You look like he's sitting in a cave with soldiers' heads around him, doesn't he?
You should see the guy.
Colonel
the guy
Kurtz.
you went with, you would want to take a tour with through Wall Street with, not through the jungles. This is the most timid little white guy you could ever meet.
Okay, so
Hey, Jimmy, just looking at Rich with disgust on his face.
Well,
I
that's a
love
good
that
line.
look. It's just disgust on his face.
we kind of got that, Rich.
I think I want to.
So when he says, let's go to Guatemala, what relics did you think you were going to find? Like, what were you going to... Where?
Well, it's like, all right, the first place we went to. First of all,
Well,
get
can you
there.
tell us about the flight?
The flight there?
Yeah.
It's fine. You get
First
there-
class?
First class.
All the way to Guatemala.
Yeah, if you have, if you don't even have silver elite, you get upgraded. If you're white, they're like, oh, you're upgraded. Go ahead. Because nobody's flying first class to Guatemala.
to Guatemala.
What kind of animals were on the plane?
What were they wearing?
No, I mean literally what kind of animals?
Chickens, goats.
Yeah. Well,
Besides the hippo in first? Sorry.
Easy.
he's losing a lot of weight there. You better get all the fat jokes in, because I think another 2 months, the fat jokes are going to be history with Bobby Kelly.
It was no what's really funny.
I'll have to go back to stupid.
Yeah. Oh, we got that covered over here.
Yeah, you got stupid. I already proved myself from stupid.
You answered one more question than me in a contest.
Oh, that's smarter.
Yeah,
so.
and you just lost going to Guatemala looking for relics.
God! And I just won because you spoke.
Wait, what'd you just say?
I didn't hear you, Rich.
What'd you say?
When he went to look for relics.
Where?
Guatemala.
Koala.
I want to hit you with a
Didn't say
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
He said
I don't even think it was on the...
Guatemala.
And
Yeah.
meant it.
Jim, that's where
Yeah.
all the Oompa Loompas live. The Guatemala.
Guatemala.
What an idiot.
God, do I hate you?
I'm almost afraid for you.
I want to move back to Guatemala.
Guatemala.
You're such a moron.
It's like a
But I don't even know if it's him stupid or...
Dr. Seuss land.
I don't know if he's just stupid or it's his teeth. It's just mushy mouth that
Imagine
affects him.
how much food you could eat with these teeth.
Oh, God.
Guatemala.
All right, listen.
I hate him.
So the flight was fine. No animals on the plane.
No.
All right, you get off. Because we learned a lot about Guatemala. Like they hijack your rent-a-car right from the airport.
Yes, they
do. As soon as
do.
you leave the airport grounds, they got fake roadblocks. None of that stuff happened.
Well, no, none of that happened. I'm panicking as soon as I get off because there's a million Guatemalas waiting. You remember in Brazil, It was 10 times worse than that. You walk out and they're Indians. The Spanish came over, conquered them, and they actually, became a little taller and a little better looking.
Yeah.
The Spanish people are very good looking people, but the Guatemalans are little, like 5-foot Indians.
Right.
And they still live there. Like some of them are pure Indians, and all those people are waiting outside. They're all like little
cabs?
Huh? No, they're just outside waiting. And little kids, like the same thing with the kids, and
with the peanuts.
You got to be real careful because they're walking up to you, just saying, talking Spanish, and you're literally just going to walk straight through them.
Is there a lot of civil unrest in this country? I mean, is it like a country under?
Not anymore. I mean, it was really bad, but in 1996 they had the peace accord or something with the guerrillas and the government. What they did is that as soon as they eliminated 75% of the government, the army, and the country became better because the army was actually terrible.
So this guy obviously knows his way around.
Oh, he's Indiana Jones. I mean, he speaks Spanish. We had people waiting for us. Get into the car. Go to the rent-a-car place. You get a rent-a-car. We rented like a crappy Mitsubishi, which is like a good car out there. And we jumped in and went right into the streets, which is like driving through the slums of Brazil. Like there's just these Partridge Family buses is their public transportation. All our old buses go down there.
We just ship over there. Sure.
We just ship over there.
We do the same thing with our planes.
Yeah.
That's why planes crash everywhere else in the world.
Yep. Yeah, all the planes are on the runway too. All the drug running planes that broke down, they just leave them on the runway. So as you're flying, it's just these old planes with no propellers and bullet holes in them. It's just awful. And
so you were like tall round to his Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Oh, I was the king of Guatemala.
So did you know this was going to be like a third world kind of a dump when you went there?
Yeah, I did a lot of research on the internet. I knew it was going to be bad, and all the homes are like in Brazil too. A lot of these homes all of them have, they're unfinished. It looks like they're still building them.
Yeah.
Like there's houses on top of houses. But the reason why they do that is because if your home is unfinished, you don't have to pay taxes on it. So all of them just build them half done.
That sounds great.
Great idea.
And they never finish them just so that they don't have to pay taxes forever.
Leave their roofs off.
Yeah, exactly. But
that's why the place is a dump.
Exactly. It looks like a dump. Yeah, it is a dump. What am I kidding? But he took me right to a site, an archaeological site. Say that, Rich. Rich.
Archaeological site.
Wow.
So were they stopping your car?
Did you have to go dig and stuff? Were you planning on digging?
No, you can't dig, dude. You can't dig.
Well, how are you going to find a relic if you can just... What do you think? There's just one... Oh, relic.
How would you
let's go
find
home
it?
now.
Use your teeth.
That's the third teeth joke. Keep going. Let's hear about the relic.
Well, they took me to a site, and basically it looks like a park with a bunch of hills in it, but underneath the hills, like 5 feet under the dirt, is like the Apocalypto pyramids, like that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, like over time, it's 1,500 years ago, so all the dirt built up on it, and they literally just said screw it and built over it. Most of it. They just said put a house.
Half. They only built half.
Put a house right over it, and then they save like a chunk of it, and you can go in there for free and walk around. But as you're walking, they have some of it excavated, so you can actually go into one of these temples and see all the stuff. But a lot of it isn't. So you walk around and nobody's there. There's like Guatemalan couples trying to fool around just by a tree. There's condoms everywhere.
Not quite
Paul Mercurio walking.
The big adventurer thing, Indiana Jones thing you were talking about.
You're walking around and literally you kick the dirt near a tree, and like I found this. This is actually a Mayan knife. This is a real knife. This is a knife.
No, it's not.
I swear to God, it's a knife head.
I'd like to see you try to eat with that knife. You'd be finished.
Okay. It's made out of...
Let me see it.
Why would I want to touch it?
You went all the way to Guatemala for that piece of crap you're in?
No. The stuff you go to, the full, like a full knife or a full bowl, or the stuff that you have to go drive like 3 hours.
It's not a Mayan knife.
No, it absolutely is, Jim. That's 1,500 years old.
Oh, is it?
I swear to God.
You could pick up a rock and say this is 1,000,000 years old.
No.
They leave this stuff around for tourists. It's a bad Easter egg.
Yeah.
Okay, stupid.
This is from the.
He's showing us junk.
This is from a ball. I'm not.
You went to Guatemala.
Opie,
Give us something good.
You think I'm bringing in a 1,500-year-old bull to hold for you to hold?
Yeah.
I know what you do with poker chips.
Did they try to hire you to roll down on people that try to steal relics?
This is That was probably.
That's really good.
Do you know what these
Easy
are?
there, farmer astronaut.
These are the trinkets of an idiot.
Is that the name of your next album?
So you brought junk in for us.
No, I the stuff that
garbage.
I got I don't have yet because I can't even bring this home. I had a pocket full of this crap, which I found on the site. You can kick around and find.
It's
You
all
think in
this-
1,500 years,
all-
everything that's just on the surface hasn't been picked up already?
You're the first one to go on this tour?
How then?
Nope.
Even
You can see when you're going, like we were crawling down the back of these hills that you're really not supposed to be at, and you can see the sediment, it's like dug away a little bit. You can see like stuff sticking out of it, but you can't dig through it. It would take you 2 hours to dig through it, and you'd need a toothbrush because you'd break it. You know what I
So
mean?
no one wanted to invest 2 hours to get something that's 1,500
No, you can't. If you
years
get
old.
caught-
You'd rather
if you
pick up
get-
the
if you get
junk that
caught-
everyone else threw away.
No, I'm telling you.
Is that really for real?
Yeah, the stuff, the full stuff that I got, the actual stuff that I have, I have a poison jar. You have to go. We drove 3 hours into the jungle, to these Indian towns. There's nobody there. You're driving up roads, certain parts, the gorillas can come out and, they stop traffic, just put a roadblock up, and then they just, do whatever with you. So
I'd make a joke about today, but I'll leave it alone. I'm not stupid.
Well, why would you go there when the gorillas could just stop you?
that's the only way to get to the place we were going.
Did they stop you?
No, nothing.
Can you just be thrown in prison?
Yeah, the cops are worse. The cops are worse than the Brazil cops. Yeah, the cops are the same thing.
Of course they are.
Yeah, they're terrible people. They're all right. Yeah, they all have those little black jumpsuits.
Really?
They look like
Paramilitary
yeah,
looking.
exactly, dude. And they're
I'd
all
get me one of those.
They're in Toyota Jeeps.
Yeah, machine guns in the back.
Exactly. Yeah, dude. Machine guns, which is uncomfortable. But yeah. Plus when you turn 16, your parents give you a car and a gun as a Guatemalan.
Nice.
That's
Or someone in Detroit.
Me.
So all of this and all this, all of this.
Tried.
That was a good line. All this and this whole risk for a rock that you can't prove is 1,500 years old. How do you prove
It's
it's
not even a
15
rock. It's just kind of
No. The stuff that I got, this is the bottom of a pot from the.
How can
this
you
is-
tell?
How do you
It's
know that?
Because the guy I was with, honest to God, I swear to God, if I didn't bring the regular stuff because I didn't want to bring it back
'Cause the guy's
through
a gift
customs.
store.
He knows how to take stuff back.
How do you take it back?
Gotta catch an old
No, you
freighter.
don't. You don't ship it. You gotta there's a bunch of other stuff that's you buy a bunch of. I don't want to give away his secrets, but there's a certain way.
Oh,
he does,
yeah, yeah.
There's a certain way he does it that you put it back in, and then if they take stuff out, you're like, oh, this is bullshit. Okay, go ahead. But
Really?
yeah, but
But you just throw more curses on
oh, sorry.
regular FM radio.
I'm sorry, guys.
Potty mouth.
I'm still a lot of it.
So if you get caught digging in the Mayan ruins, what happens?
You get arrested.
Really?
Oh yeah, you can't. It's like going into a museum. It's protected.
But how do you get there? You just know
You can walk in, you can look at it, and it's so funny. You go in, and they dug up all the dirt. It's like 5 feet of dirt that's settled over this in the last 1,500 years. And you go in, and it looks like Apocalypto. It's all the stairs and the pyramids, and you're inside of this place. And there's only one 85-year-old Guatemalan guy guarding it, and you used to be able to give him a little cash and he'd let you go down and walk around and do some stuff, but you can't do it anymore. They'll definitely you just can't do it. So
What do you mean pyramids?
and it's in the middle of this
The jungle.
city. It's in the middle of this part.
that part
the
was
first
in-
place was
okay.
in the middle of the city. So it's you're not in a really safe area. It's okay, but you're not really safe. So you're in this middle of this park, and you don't want you just got to kind of go in, look around. You can kick around a little bit. That's where I found these little knife heads.
Yeah.
And stuff. His friend actually found when he was walking around there an actual head from a statue, a face, one time. But
Really?
yeah, that's hard to do. We had to drive 3 hours into the jungle to go to this little Indian town, and it hasn't changed in like 400 years. It's all Guatemalans. It's, you know, they have like an old church, and there's just people screaming with incense, and they're all sitting on the stairs, and nobody's been there, so everybody looks the same. Like America, people have sex with each other, and they mix it up, so we all look different. Guatemalans, nobody goes there and has sex with Guatemalans. So they look the same exact way they've looked for the last 1,500 years. It's just the same fat face over and over and over again.
That's creepy.
And they just come right up to you, and they just whatever that, you know. All I know is Mia su nombre. That's all I know.
What's that?
That's what is your, no, it's ¿Cuál es su nombre? What is your name? And
Why would you care?
Mi nombre es Roberto. My name is Roberto. That's all I know.
We knew it that one.
How far? Where is it? Is it?
Not all of us.
Is this in South America? Is it in South America?
No, well, it's actually a good question. It's not South America. It's Central America. But you're right. It's
near Moscow.
It's underneath us, as you would say.
Is it in the American basement?
Is this near Aruba?
So wait, it's a 3-hour drive into the jungle.
You have to drive. You drive out of the city, and it's real. The dangerous part isn't even like the people coming out of the woods. The dangerous part, it's a 1-lane highway, and it's up into the mountains. But the buses, this is the only way these people get around, and they jam them on. Like there's a guy in front that hangs on outside. They stop. They jam these little Guatemalans on this thing. And then they just take off. But these guys do 50, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, you're always hearing about those things plummeting off a cliff.
I saw a truck, dude, right off the cliff, because they're driving for hours. They drive for 24-hour shifts, and they fall asleep at the wheel, and they'll just fly off the mountain.
You saw it go off the mountain.
I saw a truck go off the mountain into a gully.
And you didn't go and rifle through that and see what you can get out of that truck?
Yeah,
I mean, why drive 3 hours? You
It had a big gas
relic.
tank on the back of it. I thought it was going to blow up.
Was the guy all right?
I don't know. I don't
Look at this idol I got. It's a little
care.
bulldog.
So what about the food
I got a
poisoning,
finger.
Bobby? Food poisoning?
Well, I want to get to the 3 hours thing.
You get in. You pull into this town. It's literally cobblestone streets.
Is there a hotel?
I mean, the place we stayed the first night, we had to go to.
It's a Radisson, so it's pretty good.
After all this, did you sign your second deal with Comedy Central for another CD? I mean, to do all this? No, come on. You know what I mean?
We know what you were trying to mean, but
Yeah. So
anyways.
Bobby, let's
You're
go.
in the town.
So, anyways, the hotel was unbelievable. It was like old school hotel when we got there. But we had to drive another hour to where we were going to get these.
So 3 hours plus an hour.
Yeah, plus an hour, and you get into this town, you park your car. It's kind of weird because it's almost like going to Yankee Stadium. There's some Guatemalan waving people in to these little spots, and then you walk into this town, and it's just old, man. It's old. It's all Guatemalans, and these little streets, like a flea market, but they go forever in every direction. It's like a maze of these things, and you walk down, but then you'll see like some old stuff out front, and then you go in, and then you got to talk to the guy. And then the guy will be like, come back in like 20 minutes with a bag full of stuff, like legitimate stuff, and it's like
basically you went this far and bought stuff at a flea market.
That's pretty much what I'm getting out of this.
You're probably right.
But wait a second.
This isn't this big.
You could do it in Jersey.
The man went and got the trinkets. He didn't sell you junk.
Well,
knowing that you may call the Better Business Bureau.
This stuff is probably taken from like tombs.
Yeah, because
you know what I'm saying? You can't. It's so hard to get a piece like a statue that is together, because when they excavate this place, they're going in, they're smashing them, breaking them up, taking them out. A lot of the tomb stuff that's buried with these people are intact because it's in the tomb, and that's so you can't You're not supposed to even touch
Wait,
that.
if you ever say I'm dumb, you just bought something you think is 1,500 years old from a man in a flea market.
Right.
He went in the back and got an old soda bottle that was broken and said, "Hey, the fat guy's going to pay for this." Are you out of your mind? You are probably
They're
the
all
dumbest
fat.
human. You're the dumbest human I've ever met.
They're all
okay?
fat.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're a sucker because let's go for relics and you buy it from a man. Do you think he's going to sell anything of value to you for
right.
$2?
You're right, Voss. I mean, I could have bought a Rolls Royce off of eBay.
I didn't buy it. I didn't buy it. No, here's the second question.
Not to get
Here's
not
the
to go
second
and get
question.
some culture in me, but
Here's the second one.
I-
When you go in Brazil, like they'll rob you and kill you. They say don't bring any valuables down to Brazil. Will that happen in this place? I mean, were you scared to walk around that you'd get stabbed
Yeah,
or,
but I was-
shanked with a relic?
Yeah, you get killed. Yeah, they kill people. I mean, kill people all the time. All the time.
Let's go to Brooklyn Ace. Brooklyn Ace.
Bobby, what do you want to get through this story in real time?
I'm sorry, dude. I know
It's a bit slow.
I'm
this
a little.
story.
I'm still getting over being sick, dude. You're
All
right.
right, well,
I'll speed it up.
we're gonna get into you getting sick after the break. All right.
Yes.
You got some kind of food poisoning on your last?
I got
night?
amoebas. Yeah, I got the amoebas.
Actual
Oh,
amoebas.
wow.
Wow.